is this person just bad, or are they sick? What do you see as the balance here? This case seems a little bit more obvious. This person just seems to be a hate-filled individual. He may have been playing with Suboxone, but I don't think that it winds up screaming mental illness. How do you break the two down?
You really only are going to get answers from that, from a psychiatric examination that gets into the dimensions of paranoia and resentment and the dimensions of hopelessness, because those are the two most important emotionally relevant conditions. But here's a useful way to break this down. Mass homicides differ from other murders in that there's actually a lot of common qualities among mass killers. Some mass killers target the workplace, and workplace mass killers are their own type of group. Some mass killers will target the general community, and those individuals are their own type of have their own qualities, many of which are, again, the young, male, socially alienated, sexually frustrated, unintegrated, dead-ender. But among those are people who pick an ideology and say, that's my issue, and they wrap themselves in that. The common denominator with the community and the ideologically motivated people is they want us talking about them. They are irrelevant. They want to be relevant. Some people say, I'll be relevant because I've killed so many people. Some people say, I'll be relevant because this issue will get people talking. And even if they're not talking about me, they are talking about me, whether it's Breivik in Norway or whether it's this person.
So that's why you're always cautioning, don't pay too much attention to who did it.
Oh, I think that I think we do public safety a disservice by getting overly immersed in this for two reasons. One, because the ideologically motivated mass shooter is copied by others who haven't done it yet. And they watch us talking about his pet issue and say, hey, I've got a beef, I've got a grievance, but more importantly, they have a yen to kill. This guy, like others whom I've worked on and studied, this is where you come to learn it, they have a yen to kill. They identify their masculinity, and this is why young males are involved, with the idea that if you're destructive, you're the man. And if you're the person who's destructive, who has this ideology, thinking about what came up with your last guest, well, you're the man because you're the one who does something. But the point is, it would not be this ideology, it would be another ideology. The key here is white supremacist ideology. What's peculiar to white supremacist cases, and this is also from professional experience, when you drill down into these communities of people who are extremists, they know they don't have the numbers. They know they're vastly outnumbered in terms of the public consciousness. The only way that they can ever gain a foothold is if they trigger a race war. And so their writings and their rantings that get tapped into by somebody who is looking to tap into something to give himself his own mental justification, because again, he wanted to kill, taps into the idea, well, if I do something and people get stirred up, well, then these people will react, and then these people will react. No, you're not relevant. What's relevant? Somebody rose up and said, I forgive you. I forgive you. And that's the point. The victim's irrelevant. If the victims define the discussion, we take away the social incentive to any aspiring mass killer to say, you know what? You want to go out and kill a lot of people? Nobody will pay attention to you, and you may get the death penalty, which is why a death penalty is necessary, because it's a deterrent for some mass killers based on professional experience. You want to get the death penalty? You want to be in prison for the rest of your life? You want to be totally forgotten, except parenthetically by people who pray and who are religious? You're not going to get attention. Your cause won't get attention. We will put the people who were victimized on a pedestal because they forgave and they were larger than life in death.
All good, strong points and needed very much right now. Doc, as always, appreciate it. And Dr. Wellner is inviting you, the audience, and the general public to participate